Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Our topic today is healthcare real estate. We're talking with Paul Zeman, President, National Healthcare Capital Market Group with Bull Realty, and Henry Johnson with Freeze Johnson. And Paul, is it time to sell your medical office building right now? Is it a good time?
You know, Michael, a lot of really savvy investors do think this is the time, just forecasting what interest rates are going to do next year. But I would say that the answer is it depends. And what I like to do is act in this advisory role with the other folks on my team to analyze properties very carefully and look at the many factors like we talked about: lease terms, interest rates, the market overall, and help the owner decide, is it really a good time to sell?
Right, and you're looking at their capital stack on their building, right? You're looking at the investors involved in the deal, but oftentimes it could be a great timing to take the property market, but it may not be a right time for your particular building or your investors, right?
That's true.
Yeah. And what about loans right now? It seems like lenders love medical office. They feel real safe about it. What type of down payment, loan-to-value ratio loan can you get, and what kind of rates? And let's say if you're a user, for say, can you get 100% financing if you're a user?
Well, you know, it's interesting, Michael. I've had some conversations the last couple of days with Sean McBride over at Wells Fargo, and also with Joe Black, who is sort of our overall finance guru. Mm-hmm. And I know that if you're a user, some of the SBA loans are as much as a 90-10 loan-to-value ratio, but more for investment properties in the 75 to 85% range.
Okay, and the rates are still pretty low today, right?
You know, we're seeing low 4s to mid 5s. I think some extraordinary circumstances they could be lower.
And I know a lot of the deals that you work on are large, and your buyers are paying cash. But let's say I'm buying a $5 million building and I want to finance it. What might be a typical down payment that the lenders are looking for?
You know, anywhere from 15 to 25% of the $5 million.
Okay.
That's what we're seeing too. I think the key too is short-term rates, right? We're seeing these 15 to 18-month short-term construction loans, and generally LIBOR plus 1.75%, so close to 2%.
Okay. And what do you guys feel about the future of healthcare real estate?
You know, I think it still remains a very strong sector. Mm-hmm. It's a very competitive sector of commercial real estate. It's, like I said, it's dwarfed by some of the others, like office, like we talked about earlier, but it's what I do, and I love it.
That's right.
And you guys are building them like crazy, right?
We are. I mean, I think the demand, just based on the sheer growth of the baby boomer generation, and the patients are living longer.
And what about construction costs? What are you seeing? I hear that construction costs are really going up. What are you really seeing?
They are. You know, there's a number of things that impact that, and I think really it's resources, right? Material resources and human resources. I think there's so much going on. If you look at the various markets across the country, you know, high-rise apartments probably a good one. Think about the drywall mechanics and the materials it takes to go into a high-rise building. That really sucks a lot of oxygen out of the supply, if you will.
And is the biggest increase in labor, or is it in materials?
Probably in both. I'd say a little more in labor, but a small amount in materials, and I don't really see that changing in the foreseeable future. I think it's going to continue. A lot of people in the downturn after 2008 simply get out of the business. Mm-hmm. There's architects that disappeared, engineers that disappeared. A lot of our people, you know, we've battled apartment developers for human capital.
Right.
So.
Well, it's a good time to get in the construction business. Well, gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
And if you'd like more information from these guys, their websites will be at the show website, commercialrealestateshow.com. And please join us next week and every week for your source for commercial real estate information. Remember, if you're listening to the show on one of the radio stations, you can catch our shows online on iTunes. You can pick show topics of your choice to listen to at any time. Also, the shows are available on commercialrealestateshow.com website. You have blogs, videos. Catch us there. You can also reach out to us through the site at any time. Thanks for joining us. Until next week, be sure that you always lead, learn, and laugh, and join us for the Commercial Real Estate Show.
The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Florida International University and Bull Realty Commercial Brokerage, a great place to do business. For more information on these companies or to access additional podcasts, videos, or blogs, visit commercialrealestateshow.com.